Hey yo, it's time to roar, get loud, let's ignite. Jeremy B in the house, we keeping it tight. Every weekday at 11, we ready to ride. Lions Talk Live, come and join the pride. Waking up early, it's that morning grind. Tune in to the show, leave the troubles behind. Jeremy B's the king, with the voice like thunder. Every word he spits, it's a lyrical wonder. Got the lions around, sharp and fierce. When we hear one pride, you can't help but feel your heart pierce. Talking all the topics, keep it real, keep it raw. With a lion's mentality, we're ready for the roar. One pride, it feels right. Jeremy B bringing the heat, morning light. Every weekday at 11, we taking flight. Lions Talk Alive, yeah, we ready to bite. One pride, hear us loud. Jeremy's in the zone, making us proud.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
What up, though? It is Smoking Jeremy B, and we're having all sorts of technical difficulty. Yesterday, I couldn't wake up. Today, the internet's acting wonky. I don't know what's going on, but I'm here, and we're ready to roll. Finally, happy St. Patrick's Day. I'm going to say something that a lot of Lions fans really need to hear, and they have to be reminded of exactly what Brad Holmes said 5 years ago when he was hired. This is year 6, the start of year 6, not the 6th year already. He told us when he walked in the room exactly what he'd do in free agency, and everybody ignored it. When Brad walked in this door, he goes, man, it's not really a rebuild, it's a retool, blah, 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 but it's going to take time to do and to get it right. And I'm going to use the draft to build the team and free agency to fill holes in depth. He said this from jump, and everybody seems to have forgot that that's what the focus was when he got here. The problem with that is all 3 other teams regressed in the 2023 season at the same time that we got there, that we got to the point where we were supposed to be contending for playoffs, not the division. And it happened 2 years in a row. The Chicago Bears on paper looked better than us in 2025. Everybody said it. But we knew Everett Flush was not a good coach, and Caleb Williams was a rookie. And what happened? They lost a lot of games because of rookie quarterback play, poor clock management, and a bad coach. We ended up 15-2 that season, and we never should have been. We shouldn't have been 12-5. If the other teams were to par as they were in the division, we wouldn't have been. Because remember, we went 5-1 the one year, and then we went 6-0. Last year, when all the teams caught up to us, what did we do? 2-4. We got swept by the Packers, we got swept by the Vikings, and we swept the Bears. Which tells me the Bears are not as good as everybody thought they were. Yeah, the songs are funny. I sent them to MDE too. But just to make sure everybody knows, I am a festive guy. Let's put it up, because it is St. Patrick's Day. There is Irish in my family. Happy St. Patty's Day, everybody. Good to see you. Glad you're here. Glad to see everybody in the chat. MDE, Nick Burton, Ricky Scott. I know, 3750 MDE. So I don't know if everybody was watching Saturday night when we were having fun and having a blast and everything else. And so it's USA versus Venezuela. Who you guys got? That's the WBC. Paul Skeens looks at Bobby Witt way better than he ever did Libby Dunn. Hey, Steve Bauer. I want to refresh our memories about what Brad Holmes said when he walked into the building, because it's like all of us as fans forgot it. Yes, Nick Burton, USA all the way. That's where I'm at. Brad Holmes literally told us that he was going to build through the draft and fill holes in free agency. That's what he does. It's what he did when he was with the Rams. Les Snead, on the other hand, says F those picks. But at the same time, when they won that Super Bowl, who did Les Snead give credit to that roster building of? He goes, well, it wasn't me. It was Brad Holmes scouting and the draft picks that we made because of his scouting that got us here. We were a 75% drafted roster. Oh, I do too. I think Skeens is going to come out that game. Watch. I just don't think he starts. That's just my opinion. I'm glad it's not Japan or Italy. Italy already beat us once. But do you guys remember that conversation that Brad Holmes had when he was hired 2 weeks after Dan Campbell? What up, though? There. Now it's all up and running right. Because I specifically remember it. And we're still doing it. It's not Dollar General Brad. It's not Dollar Store Brad. It's doing what he said he'd do. Fill the roster, mid-tier to lower talent, save money, and build through the draft. That's what he said since he got here. And he said until the team gets to exactly what he wants it to be, that was his plan. So why are we upset? Answer me. Why are we upset about something he already said he was going to do? That makes no sense to me. Yeah. And we beat the Canadians again to get to the semifinal game and then beat that team. The Dominican Republic, which everybody said was going to beat us. I just don't understand it. Don't understand it at all. How people can forget what exactly he said. Pat Rothwell, good to see you, brother. Yes, they did. Good to see you, Pat. Boy, I swear. Because it's not what they wanted, because Lions fans are the reason we got Trey Flop. 100%. We had to overpay when we were a bad team to get good players. It sucked. Y'all don't remember this, do you? I do. I remember having to overpay for everybody and losing good players that were drafted from this team. Good players, not the bad ones. Good players. We lost Slay. James Ahidabo was drafted. We let him walk out the building. We let so many players walk out the building. Walker, we let go because guess what? He wasn't needed with Kirby Joseph and Brian Branch. And people cried about that. They cried about Felton. They cried about fullbacks. It was time to move on. Yes. Yes. And don't get it twisted. And Dominican Sue came out. Yeah, Slay retired yesterday. Big play Slay. It was starting to become slow play Slay and getting beat like a redheaded stepchild in the secondary. He wasn't as good his last two seasons. The Eagles won in spite of him because if you remember right, he wasn't starting in the Super Bowl. That was Cooper and Quinyon Mitchell in that Super Bowl. Slay was moved to the slot. Cliff Averill. We had to let him walk away. He went to the Seahawks. We had other guys that were okay, Deshaun Hand and stuff like that. But Ndamukong Suh, I don't think he'll retire as a Lion. He's still mad that Matt Patricia ran him off. He talks shit about Detroit. He loves the fans. He hated the team because they let Patricia talk to him like that. It was awful. We had a horrible way of treating players for a long time. That's why players like Calvin Johnson retired. Yeah, I hear you. I want to get something off my phone, but unless it connects to the computer through the internet, it won't. And for some reason, there's something lacking here. My phone link to Windows isn't working. I wanted you guys to hear the new song that I had Donna AI help me write. But I do have one that's quite funny. Yeah, I'll never put that on social media, Fred. That's an awful story. But we got NBA playoffs. The Red Wings won a game last night. Woohoo! They hold their last place playoff spot. Hallelujah. And again, if you're just joining me, happy St. Patty's Day. Yeah, good for the UFL. They took my team away. I have no dog in the fight. Because they want outdoor stadiums. Go eat a dick. Yep. Let him have a long career as a backup. That's what he's been. Backup and practice squad player the entire time. Come on, connect, you little bastard. God, I wanted to play that for you. A new theme song for KCB Sports. I don't think I have it loaded in here. Let me check. Nope, I do not have it. Motown Mitch! Thank you, Michael Denton Edwards. My writing skills are good. My music skills are lacking because I don't have musical equipment. So Donna AI is my friend. I do have a couple of old ones that everybody loves. Thank you. I agree with that, Nick Burton. So let's try to find the one I want. Are you guys hearing anything or no? I think I'm losing my internet connection. I think something's going wonky here. It's breaking my heart. Can't get into anything. I couldn't hear anything. It just wasn't coming through. Thank you, guys. It just must be something going on my end. Check my audio settings.
Jeremy B spitting wisdom through the mic. Motor City Lions ready for the fight. Dust the haters off, hear that roar in the night. One pride rising up, we shine so bright. So huddle up, lean in.
Do you guys hear that? No, I mean I hear me, but you guys hear the music?
Detroit's war, it ignites the night.
Thank you, Yinzer. And just for Yinzer, I gotta do it. Yeah, because it's not coming through my headphones at all. Normally it does.
Podcasting strong, we break out
I'll
like
let
a
it
beast.
play, but I'm not
Talking
hearing
plays
a
and
damn
dreams,
thing.
never
That's
settling for
crazy.
lease. From the crowd's energy, we fueled and increased Detroit's heartbeat in the joy we feast. So let the stadium shake, hear the sound.
Yep, that's the Motown one. That's the one I want to use for an outro for the Lions show. So I'm going to stop it because I can't hear it.
So
That's what I thought. Something to wind down the show with. I got a compliment from another podcaster that my songs sound way better than anything that anybody else has came up with. So my new one talks about the Lions, the Tigers, the Red Wings, and Pistons. And Michael Ditton Edwards heard it. Nick Burton's heard it. I'll send it to you, Fred, because I think you need to hear it. I think you're going to like it. Yeah, that's going to end up being my outro. I think that works best. I was going for that whole Fuji's Destiny's Child vibe with it. Yes, sir, gun guy. We brought in Brent Barch for one of our 30 visits today. Interior offensive lineman. I hope we bring in Trey Zoom. Either one of them day 3 would be a good fit. Thank you, Fred. Glad you got it. But it's time. Yep, more like a Lauryn Hill, Fuji's vibe. Isn't she the one from the Fuji's, Lauryn Hill? The one that did Killing Me Softly, right? So it is that time for me to do the one thing that Mr. MDE loves to put 3 words into the chat. Yes, that one. As soon as, man, I'm telling you, this is getting bad. My internet's wonky as hell today. I don't get it. I had my own version of that song that I am not allowed to repeat on air. We might not be getting a mock today, gentlemen. My internet's that slow. So we brought in Brent Barch. We signed Seth McLaurin over the weekend. It's funny. Everybody says, "Oh, the Lions are not going to make any moves." We keep making moves, and yes, our line is deeper than it was last year. I think our offensive line is better, except at the tackle position, and I do not think Larry Borum is the answer. he might be a temporary bridge to the new one we get. We might be going edge and safety in the first 2 rounds. And if that happens, that means that we're going to be taking a 4th or a 5th rounder as offensive tackle. And there's some decent ones back there. It's a very deep draft for the O-line. A very deep draft for the edge. It's not very deep at the safety position. The safety position, there's a huge drop-off from day 1 and day 2 to day 3. There's guys that can play in day 3, but they're not day 1 or 2 players, if you know what I'm saying. In our safety room, it's looking like Kirby's coming back ahead of schedule. And it's not a question of when he'll get hurt again or if he'll get hurt again. It's a question of when. There's guys like Kendall Fuller that are still playing with the same knee cartilage issue that he has. It's not a degenerative bone disease. It's not a degenerative ligament. It's a cartilage issue. There's guys that have a long career. Running backs don't because they cut and they spin and they twist too much. That's why Todd Gurley couldn't make it. So you're always going to have somebody that doesn't make it with that injury. It's just football. But out of the 20 people who've had it, there's 13 that's had a long career. That's a 65% ratio. It's not 50-50. Wow. Marquise Brown was signed by the Eagles at 12:30 today. That's per Jordan Schultz. Good move by them. I think the trade for A.J. Brown to leave the Eagles is coming soon. Stay tuned. Oh, let's see if I can get this thing to come up yet. I don't know why other websites. Am I still even on? Because I haven't had a message since 12:30. Yeah, I think they still got Jahan Dotson on the roster, don't they? Oh, no, he went to the Atlanta Falcons. Yep, I got it. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, I like it too. Broski, I wish I had an email or any type of social media to get a hold of you because I would send the song to you. I think you'd like this one. But seeing as how nothing wants to agree with me today, I'm going to have to cut this show short. But Seth McLaughlin and Cade Mays were good signings. Yep, that's what I just said. I think he's either going to be a Patriot or he's going to be a Raven. I want to say the Ravens. It was because it was getting dark early. Pretty soon you'll be able to stay up late again. Yeah, I have the feeling it's getting done before that, though. They want the draft compensation. That's just, he could be. I don't think they're going to trade in the conference, though. I think they're going to go AFC, and I think either the Chiefs, the Ravens, or Patriots make more sense. I know you don't want the Ravens, but that would be such a diva-filled offense. Happy St. Patty's Day, everybody. I will be with the Driving to the Top boys tonight at 9 p.m. I'm going to drink my green liquid nectar. And later, I'm probably going to have a shot of Fireball for St. Patty's Day live on the show. It is what it is. But thank you again. Same here. But try every day to be a better person than you were the day before. That's the only way to make the world a better place. It starts right here. Much love to everybody in the chat. I will see you tomorrow. And remember, even give love to your rival fan base unless you're playing against them that week, then fuck them.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.